Jadi lu guys, pusing pakai ini cok. Bentar ya. Lagi agent walkout nih bro. Nyala. Anjay tense bro, tense nih bos. Sabar guys. Oke. Ini ada dua orang ini guys ya, dua orang Brazil guys ya, bakal banyak yang dukung soalnya guys. Let's go Sentinel versus FNATIC. Gila bro, second depth sesi tense gila nih, ini diombak banget ya. Serem kayak Sentinel, serem gak kira-kira guys? Siapa yang bocil FNATIC, siapa yang bocil Sentinel guys? Anjir, Sasi sama Pankada nih GG bro. Kita set polling ya. Prediksi. Sentinel bocil tense apa pasukan booster? Anjay, tense nih bos. Ih bagus ya rambut putih gitu ya. Wah gila, second tense bro. Ini early final guys ya. Gila FNATIC amannya early final. Oh udah Chronicle mereka baru Chronicle ya. Mereka siapa aja sih? FNATIC banyak banget ya. Avajar, Booster, DRK, Chronicle. Oh banyak dia guys, banyak guys sekarang guys. FNATIC guys. Aku bocil sesi bang, yang bener kamu.
And it's such a shame to have to lose somebody here right off the rip between these two, but it just hopefully means
Gue pakai grid aja guys ya, nggak apa-apa ya. Soalnya sekalian nih tadi cok. Kayaknya tes nggak duelis bang, kadang guys. Kapan kamu mau kira aku di follow bang? Next ya, gue udah lama nggak main follow sih. Chronicle mah memang di FNATIC bang. Emang iya ya Chronicle ya? Lah Chronicle bukannya di Gambit ya? Pindah baru tahu. Tapi dia main ya sih, apa dia cadangan? Seru nih guys, tense guys. Gila tense perdana main lagi guys di event besar guys ya. Udah lama nggak main event besar guys, tense guys. Ya katanya keluar dari Cloud9 bang, lah anjir baru masuk bentar udah keluar. Nonton di Valorant Champion bang. Ini udah Valorant aslinya bro, yang Inggris lagi. Tuh. Heaven, gila bro. Sentinel pick Heaven nih bos. FNATIC ya? FNATIC pick Heaven. Sentinel nge-pick Pearl. Oh, split. Split loh gila. Jarang banget yang nge-pick split guys. Wanjir, topeng omen bro. Ini pasti rame guys, karena di Sentinel itu ada dua pemain Brazil ya guys ya. Udah pasti ini si mendukung Sentinel guys. Pasti rame bro. Gila tense nih bos, penasaran sih gue cok. Tiga map lah biar seru guys ya, 3 map gak sih? Ya sih, Pantada mantan root bang, betul. Slot juga main bang, Slot udah keluar guys. Sebenarnya cuman sebentar doang. Oh mereka sekarang DRK, Booster, Avajar, Leo. Leo siapa cok? FNATIC dulu siapa sih, gue lupa deh. FNATIC siapa aja sih guys dulu guys? Pemain namanya FNATIC siapa aja sih dulu? Leo, siapa Leo cok? Leo dari gue. Enzo sama Mystic. Oh iya Enzo Mystic out. Oh baru berarti ya. Enzo cadangan. Oh Enzo cadangan. Baru ya. Pakai squad baru mereka, Chronicle sama Leo baru lihat gue. Leo dulu dia boleh Paperrex bang. Emang iya guys. Si Leo sakit, mainnya nggak di stage.
Yeah, let's get to it. This match right
Ya,
here.
hujan lagi, cowok. Gue pesan makan lagi.
Special because it's North America versus Emea.
Damn.
Sentinels versus
Kayaknya boleh nge-vape deh, guys. Si Wilson nge-vape kan ya, guys ya?
Because like the desk was saying, the last time these two teams faced off was so long ago, May 30th, 2021 at the Reykjavik Grand Final.
Syaz udah ngilang, Bang. Shazam udah ngilang, guys. Dia udah nggak di Sentinel lagi. Terdepak, guys ya. Karena pemainnya mungkin kurang bagus ya.
FNATIC and Sentinels have tried to form super teams heading into the partnership system.
Ya Wilson nge-vape, udah nge-vape aja lah gue, bodo amat lah. Apa kali?
It's a hunt for a trophy and one team must go home. What do they have cooked up for us to start things out on Haven?
Oke.
And Haven, bit of a playground for the IGL.
Sesi gila, Sesi pakai dia pakai ini, pakai Sky. Sesi main apa biasa ya? Tens terlalu maju, Tens ya saudara-saudara. Tens ngapain, Tens? Buru-buru banget, Tens. Jangan buru-buru lah, Tens. Wah, 2 orang, cok. C-nya, cok. Susah, cok. Alfajar nih, bos. Alfajar nih, bos. Mantan race user nih, bos. Leo nih, bos. Wah, susah sih, guys. Mati 2, cok. Second udah mati juga. Tens mati nggak jelas, cok.
On Def to try and make something happen here. No pressure anywhere else.
Nice.
He knows that the spike is
Derke, so nice Derke, guys ya. Kemarin nggak nobar RRQ, kenapa, Bang? Kan aku kemarin aku nobar offline eventnya, guys. Kalian nggak lihat, guys? Kenapa gitu-gitu ya? Siapa yang kemarin ngelihat aku nobar di event Valorantnya, guys? Kayaknya easy for FNATIC nih feeling gue, guys. Nonton kalian ngeliat kan gue di paling depan, guys. Bang Winda juga kemarin, guys. Kita nonton di Ayana. Gila, Boster nice banget. Nice banget ke anjing. Derka udah nggak main ini, guys. Apa? Derka udah kagak main chamber karena jelek, bro. Pakai ini jet sekarang. Guardiola, Bang. Mirip sih. Di one way ya sama si Pankada. Gue berharap sih Sentinel bisa serem sih, mainnya gue nggak tahu ya. Kayaknya sih nggak seserem yang kita duga sih, guys, feeling gue, guys ya. Match 2 apa sih, guys? Lawan siapa sih? Nice banget Derke. Ribet nih orang, sumpah. Sesinya udah lo, cok. Furia T1, aduh Furia T1 ya? Nonton nggak ya? Furia T1, I don't know. Let's see lah, guys. Kayaknya enggak deh. Kurang diminati banget soalnya, guys, Furia T1. Walaupun ada saya player ya. Ini FNATIC lagi kuat-kuatnya, bro. FNATIC lagi panas, Derke juga ini, guys. Gila, belum pada mati, cok. Gila, 2 kali flawless, anjing. Nopal Brazil tumben nih, yoi. Apakah Sentinel akan blunder seperti tahun lalu, Bang? Nggak tahu sih, guys, karena squadnya masih baru ya. Kita nggak bisa bilang mungkin dia akan jago atau enggak gitu loh, karena namanya squad baru, guys, dimana squad baru itu belum punya sinergi hubungan yang kuat antara satu player dengan player lain, guys. Wah, kena nih Dep, mati Dep nih. Nice banget, Bang Dep. Nice banget, Bang Dep, anjing.
Trailblazer now going to be trying to
what a great nanoswarm.
Yeah, it breaks it, right?
It does. It breaks any kind of utility that is channeled. So if you got a Sova, it breaks the drone.
Zeken juga bisa main duelis kan, Zeken, guys. Sekarang jadi main ini. Karena kita tuh ngelihat ya, guys, kayak kemarin ya, Monyet main duelis biasa disuruh main jadi smoker, kayak beda permainannya nggak sih gameplaynya. Gue takutnya sih beberapa player dari Sentinel gitu juga, guys. Kalau Tencent nggak berubah role ya. Si Zeken kan main duelis biasa tuh, sekarang jadi inisiator, coba sih beda permainannya, guys. Kemarin gimana, Bang? Kurang beruntung dan kurang persiapan aja kayak Paperrex sama, cok. Paperrex juga kemarin bau banget kan. 2-0. Masih ada perlawanan Paperrex gak ada perlawanan, cok. Gila, Leo. What the fuck, Leo?
3 kills from Leo.
Oh, Tens nih bos, bocil Tens siapa mau bocil Tens guys? Tapi mati 3 cok. Nice Tens sih. Gila Tens nih bos. Lagi menurut gue belum siap aja sih bangsa. Iya kemarin banyak lah tim-tim yang dianggap bakal kuat, nyata belum pada siap juga guys. FNATIC kayaknya sini bang. Iya FNATIC juga serem sini cok. Dapat 3 sih gimana cara? Dapat 3 gimana caranya nih anjing? Los Angeles bro. Watch partinya kecil ya, dikit ya yang nonton ya. Kayak throwing on purpose. Enggak juga sih, kemarin nggak throwing guys. Kemarin emang kalah strategi sumpah. Itu si FUT mainnya rapi banget bro. Kemarin tuh tim Turki Syria itu buset tuh tim Turki kan kemarin FUT kan. FUT mainnya rapi banget guys. Kalau M-nya sebenarnya nggak kalah, M-nya sama-sama kuat. Kalah strategi kemarin coy. Gua kemarin nonton ya bareng Bang Winda, bareng si Frodi. Kalah strategi doang bro, sumpah. Hujan lagi guys.
Durka's making a bit of a read here that the play is going over towards C. And you can see that both teams are kind of mirrored in terms of their rotations. Durka's got a nice idea about it. Maybe Devs.
Hujan lagi bro. Tergantung amal dan ibadah sih kayaknya bang, emang iya. Nice banget Tens. Gila timingnya Tens, gila makanya sambil ini ya, sambil makan permen karet ya. Oh gila nice banget, gila flashnya. Ini Tens yang nge-carry kayak sih guys. Oh kena lagi second. Oh glitch bang, iya kenapa glitch ya Twitch-nya? Wah Tens dapat lagi bro anjing. Tens dapat lagi.
Let's come online here, right into the smoke to cut up the crosshair placement. That gives him a good idea of where these players are, but again, just a battle taking
place. Tens dapat lagi. Ini Tens ngeri banget, bro.
Just manifesting itself in the round.
Tens Corsair Dorminator kah? Wah, ini Tens ngeri sih, Cok. Tens ngeri sih, bro, ini, bro.
All of the utility is going to be used to set Tens and Durka up on the best fights possible, and you're just seeing them clash. They're not necessarily taking the duels against each other early in the round.
Si Tens sekarang udah jarang headshot ya.
Before they finally meet in the 1v1. That's another quite
nice banget Tens anjing. Tapi Tens juga sejago-jagonya Tens tetap kadang suka nge-wave juga sih. Soalnya tuh menurut gua guys ya, player dengan apa sih bilangnya ya? Dengan apa sih sensitivity yang tinggi kayak Tens, kayak 4 second. Hari-hari di mana mereka bad day itu lebih banyak. Karena di saat lu main high sense itu kalau misalnya lu lagi jelek, geser-geser mouse-nya udah selesai sih. Menurut gua aja sih nggak tahu kenapa ya. Kalau high sense player tuh biasa tuh hari di bad day, kalau lagi bad day bisa lebih sering gitu loh. Nembaknya nggak ada yang kena. Tens kayaknya bukannya Tens high sense anjir. So gue Tens high sense deh hitungannya. Kan low sense, masa sih dia low sense? Dia high sense tau. Terakhir setahu gue dia mainnya kayak 4 second gitu loh, dikit gerakan tangannya. Aduh Durka anjing. 0,3 DPI-nya berapa?
It's just down to Sassy. Positioning, I believe, known. He's gonna get reinforcements.
Kayak ini nonton langsung emang iya. Oh hujan lagi cok, kasian banget nih gue pesan makan, yang nganter makanan gue hujan guys. 800, oh berarti kecil sih kalau 800 sih. Sebelumnya kan gede guys Tensnya dia. Ya. Muter-muter kah? Mata gue gak capek banget ya.
Just about grabbing that kill.
I think Boaster's kill
on Tens
really seals the deal for it. Yeah. He's not favored in that situation.
Pesan abang, pesan ketoprak. Wih gara-gara Simi ngomong ketoprak jadi pengen gue. Wah Darka ngeri sih Darka sini. Lah itu kenapa cok? Gila nih bro. FOMO bang, arah-arah bang, jangan dong. Second belum kelihatan, second sebenarnya serem cok, aimnya cok. Belum kelihatan cok.
left to stew and think about what they really want to be doing in this round here. Looks like they are just trying to slowly push towards the B side.
Kalau pas kuning muka lu kocak bang, emang iya guys.
Trailblazer gets a decent
Kalau gue lampunya sebelah lebih kuning, sebelah putih, biar lebih ada warna aja mukanya. Ya kasihan cok, kena utility si Tens bro yang ngeplan.
Again, spam from the Phantoms at play. Tap onto the spike. Post plant positions being played here by Sentinel. It's going to take a miracle for them to just get much else with it. Yeah, a bit of jumping and running and gunning from Leo. But already the spike just being stuck through all.
Kenapa sih gitu sih?
Didn't have the weapons or the util to be able to push them back. But ultimately the goal of
Kenapa begitu ya?
was just that plan so they can start building up the bankroll once more.
What they have done though.
Apakah nggak glitch ya guys ya? Kenapa ya?
So Chronicle's got his ult online. Leo now with the Hunter.
Why?
And that means that this round coming up.
Oh dari sononya itu guys, bukan dari gua kan?
I think a lot of ults
Aku kira.
and if Sentinels lose it, they're back down onto another eco. This is a must-win round for Sentinels, I think, in order to get the first half off to a good start.
Udah dari gua, cok. Aku dari gua, cok.
Picked up the operator now over on C.
Itu reconnya gua banget tuh guys. Recon apa? Recon E tuh. Recon di A. Anjir, Zuken di res.
Up close and personal within the cloud burst. Takes out the threat of Turka.
Boster ketahuan. Wih, anjir, Boster ngeri juga. Menang bro, di double pick guys sama si Sesi. Dan Tens ya. Nih IGL-nya si Sesi kan, setahu gua guys. IGL Sesi, kalau si IGL-nya Dep apa Sesi ya? Nggak kena Fajir. Bukan Dep ya? Dep apa Sesi sih? Kayaknya Dep deh. Dep, IGL Dep. Aduh anjir, kelihatan tangannya si Dep. Buka.
Already pushing through this one with the rolling thunder. The ultimate to try and clear the way, and the players had to vacate. Sentinels trapped in the cubby, and Alfie has got that line of sight angle. Watch for once more, but the spike handed over to Pancada. He's got his ultimate, so he's going to be able to get a free.
Oke, Pancada guys. Pancada belum kelihatan juga nih mainnya nih.
Can he do it? He's got a lot of time to threaten a reposition. He's going to smoke both. Spawn like and a link.
It's really smart. He's just
senjata bro. Nice banget Pancada.
It's massive. It's massive. Takes it down on 1v2, but he's given away where he is. What is that?
Chronicle so far ahead of his teammate. There's no trade in sight from Alfia. Not a paranoia. Waiting for the tap of the spike, and there it is. Rips his way across a full blind. Another tap from Alfia, but still biting, waiting. Smoke ready and waiting.
Aduh.
Swings it at Alfia. So calm and patient in the clutch.
Really big round from Alfia. After he missed that opening op shot, I thought it was game over for FNATIC.
Sangat tipis ya, hampir clutch tuh anjing. Pancada nice juga tuh. Ini mapiknya siapa sih? Oh, mapiknya si FNATIC ya. Nice banget anjing nih Pancada sebenarnya.
Just being able to isolate this fight as well. Look at that. Doesn't open himself up too wide with that second fight that he was taking, but ultimately Alfia really intelligent player.
Udah low sih, kalau misalnya belum low tuh menang tuh guys mereka guys. Pancada jagonya juga pas di loud sih bang. Malah monyet smoker gimana bang, kurang guys. Monyet tuh duelis dikasih smoker aja nih. Jadi kayak kurang gitu mainnya bro. Ya Tens kena lagi anjing. Low langsung Sesi anjir 50 darahnya langsung. Wah Tens lagi nggak bau, wangi-wangi banget sih. Kena.
Durka has to respect that one. The dash to just disengage, make sure he doesn't take too much damage.
Stingers can still be deadly if Durka gets caught out here by a flash.
Damage. The flash actually doesn't connect onto Durka. Still there, ready and waiting into the corner.
Nice banget Tens. Udah OP tuh, ambil Tens. OP Tens.
A bit of whiffage there from Durka, holding in a very aggressive.
Wah, Zekan yang ngambil OP-nya ya? Wah, Zekan yang ngambil, cok.
Def might choose to use his ultimate.
Okay, there you go. Lockdown. Place down. Lockdown for a lockdown. How are you getting these kills? With the guns at hand, all up to Sassy. Stinger in his hands, tries to win
Nesra dapat 3 cok.
already being swarmed by the players now. The lockdown, destroyed. Not a problem.
Yeah, no issues whatsoever. And a ton of time on the clock anyway.
Ngeri juga nih FNATIC baru guys ya. FNATIC ngeri juga ya. Role-nya perlukom banget apa duelis kah? Siapa si Monyet kemarin. Monyet tuh kayaknya timnya emang belum banyak strategi yang dikeluarkan ya guys ya. Jadi belum kelihatan guys. Oke, kayak timeout dulu guys, matikan momentum FNATIC ya. Gue abisnya ambil makan dulu guys ya.
is full of really decisive players. Durka now
Kemarin Wronski, iya kemarin juga Wronski harusnya kan main tuh, dia kan squad utama ya, dia nggak ikut cok.
and so is Leo. Chronicle
Shazam kayaknya udah kagak main di Sentinel lagi, udah pindah dia.
to have hoisted a trophy, knows what it takes to win. And I feel like so far
Lo Barisol isi 2 hari semua, iya juga ya.
very quick decisions. They're not freezing up, they're not choking. They are adapting to everything that Sentinels is throwing at them.
And this is a different
Shazam di G2 ya, iya Shazam G2 ya.
Fnatic that we have seen, you know,
Lagi makan gue sampai kita ambil makan dulu.
being, you know, quite a well thought out team in terms of how they play.
Shroud sama Tarik mana bang? Nggak tahu. Tarik kan konten kreatornya Sentinel. Kalau Shroud itu adalah pemain di season lalu guys. Dia udah cabut cuman 1 season doang bro. Biar rasanya nyobain kali main di ini guys.
And it must be mentioned too that both Fnatic and Sentinels have not been together for very long. These teams
Cuman LCQ doang bang, betul.
The core was still there of those 3 players. And Sentinels blending a couple of different cores together. But in terms of practice time with these 2 rosters, they've only been in the server together for about 2 months. So things.
Kalau Jonas emang Sentinel, Jonas kan bukan Sentinel cok.
But so far we're seeing some really nice ideas. And a lot of high caliber players.
Dia langsung lo cok, derka cok.
That's to try and push back a potential play from the opposing jet like Durka here. He's pushed himself up onto this angle and
Jonas tim Liquid ya, oh Jonas tim Liquid guys.
wants to take the angle.
And look at how much freedom that gives the rest of Fnatic. 4 players over towards B, Garage, and C. Because Durka just knows that this is fine.
Yeah.
I mean, he's actually on such a tight angle that Pancada could slip past him.
Guys, gue ambil makan dulu guys ya. Kalian tunggu sini ya, bentar ya.
Realizes that somebody's to his left.
But he will watch it when they start to cross into this. Now, Trailblazer, here's the dog. This can give him a good idea of it. Okay, chooses to vacate. Doesn't want to hold that angle, a bit too risky for him, but...
And I like this from Sentinels, contacting into A. Their composition has a lot of utility, but by contacting, Fnatic feel confident enough that they aren't rotating anybody over to A just yet. Boaster's hanging around for a little bit, now only just starting to make his way over. They might not be ready for this A explosion.
Risky maneuver that could be played there. A stun is going to force Durka to not be able to scope in now. He can't really help them out, but already Boaster's trying to at least relieve some of that pressure, but the spam into hell catches onto Durka, the common angle that he was playing. 2 players of Fnatic falling, including Chronicle, make that 3. Leo opens himself up so wide there. Unfortunate timing with the smoke just fading away. What an answer by Sentinels off the back of that timeout today. We're talking about what they wanted to do differently. Perhaps that was part of it, what they were discussing, the contact play to make sure that Fnatic didn't have as much information to work with, that they couldn't rotate effectively.
Yeah, I think at this point, that's got to be credited as a really nice IGLing call by Def. I think the idea of just using that single piece of utility to push Durka away and recognizing that reinforcements don't come that quickly, it's something that I've always loved about Def's calling, is that he mixes in those contact attacking rounds with big explosive executes. And remember that on Xset, he was mostly doing the calling and the micromanaging on the attack side. He kind of split duties with Arin. And there were some tournaments where the attack side calling from Xset looked phenomenal. And there was some where it was a little shaky. But when Def's on point, when he has a read on a game, it puts so much pressure on the other team. There's a bit of frustration there showing from Boaster, despite the fact that they're 6-3 up. But they're still only 1 round away from getting ecoed themselves. This whole time, the economy has been on a knife's edge.
Oh, it's been back and forth, hasn't it? Neither side really being able to build up any sort of money in the bank. Now Boaster this time taking a aggressive approach, just pushing deep into A lobby, doesn't smoke the back of it, and that dart, so he does have peace of mind that nobody was pushed back.
Yuhu.
Spam
Tiga.
now, it's the same play by Sentinels. They're just looking to see if they can apply some of that pressure. Garage, break the doors, break the detail.
Siapa yang ceritanya makan malam di gendut seperti aku.
All of that
Tes motor tamat kah? Tamat kan hitungannya. Kita tahu isi. Ada ketoprak.
Dog is going to notice that either there was nobody there or they've all dropped back. And look at how Fnatic react now. Instantly off the Trailblazer, there's 3 players a day. Do Sentinels commit? Or do they turn it into a fake this time around?
They're worried about that contact.
Kayaknya kalah map 1 nih.
It's just mistimed, isn't it?
Susah kayaknya masuknya guys.
Is useful for
Wow.
Fnatic, but it gives Sentinels a great
Kita
time.
bumbunya anjay.
they can just walk through after this.
And they're going to be taking it. They know off that big piece of util and the dart being committed. It's
Kapan
still
gym
Fnatic
bareng
holding
lagi
the
bang?
players close.
Gym
It's a
bareng
series
sama
now.
siapa bareng? Gue gym
Line
sendiri
through,
cok.
that's just going to be used in response to try and slow them down. Even the flashes, Tens can't quite see a thing. Even beefed his flash for his own dash.
Yeah,
coming
Sentinel
through,
sih.
trying to spray it down. Boaster does help them out. A bit of running gun in action. Okay. 3 kills for him. And just backs away. Rotating around. No time on the clock. Tens. Percentage play now knows that there's not a chance in hell of him winning this round. So just has to save the rifle.
He's going to get a backstab on Boaster here, but Boaster's already done the damage.
Poster gokil. Kalau Fnatic main, Jinsu kagak main guys ya. Kagak cash biar nggak ini guys. Biar nggak dukung pacar.
And the difference maker there, honestly, was Boaster fighting really hard for it, but Chronicle actually helping him out with a util. That was the difference maker when Durka was holding that just by himself previously.
Apa pakai ini ya? Pakai
Chronicle's
jeruk
util
ya.
there was fantastic. The fault line, the flash, it caused Tens to beat the dash. We might see it in the replay as well earlier, but all of that was just used excellently, and Boaster is playing so
Makan
much more aggressively.
ketoprak malam-malam.
I don't know if he's been working on his
Siapa
aim labs
yang
routine
suka
or what in the
ketoprak
offseason, but he's
malam-malam?
taking map control, challenging these players. He's not scared of the heavyweight big hitters on Sentinels. He's just taking it to them.
That's what you need. It's kind of attitude, mindset that you really do need. The knives, oh my words.
It's the same kind of pathing from the
Fnatic
pistol
lagi on
round,
fire semua bang, iya.
but it doesn't work.
Kelihatan sih guys dari cara main tuh kalau nembak kepalanya, kepala lagi on fire tuh.
The player's low, but wow, that shot just being found.
And this is
Tim tuh bisa
disastrous.
gampang banget guys kalau di Valorant guys ngeliatnya.
Because going down,
Tim yang lagi on fire nembaknya pala terus aja tuh, kelihatan tuh.
Brutal. Really, really brutal for them. They do need a miracle. Who's going to be the playmaker? Target's broken.
Ini kalau Sentinel langsung 2-0 gitu sih kasihan sih ya. 2-1 lah.
There's the first opener. Still Zekken, his positioning is known. A pop flash play moving forwards, and Zekken isolates the fights, but eventually shut down. Really, really well calculated there by Fnatic, making sure that they didn't overstep themselves.
Lala kan tuh.
Much away.
Very solid retake, and at this point, an extremely good half from Fnatic.
Aku mau cek kematian karena kamu yetim, aku ansep ya, kurang
Either way
aja.
this final round goes, Fnatic
Tahu tentu bang, gua kan yang penting ada olahraganya lah guys sekarang kan, better kan. Nah, kayak dulu kan gua makan demen tapi jarang olahraga guys, sekarang udah ada olahraganya, udah nge-gym. Better kan kalau udah nge-gym mah, ya nggak sih? Makan guys, enjoy the watch party guys sambil makan.
Now we're heading into that final round of the first half here. Operator fight taking place. Durka wants to try and take it. Waits it out as well. Smart from him. Doesn't immediately go for the turret. Just waits for it as it's being activated. Just in case a player slips up and makes a mistake and peeks before it's ready. Tens even going for a shot of his own as well. Almost reacting to that jump peek.
But now they know Tens is opping on attack. And that means that they should expect Sentinels to be playing a little slowly.
Yeah.
So Fnatic don't have to be
Kan OP
as aggressive in terms of reclearing the map and looking for information, because they know that if they just kind of hold tight, Sentinels are going to be working a pick for probably the next 20, maybe even 30 seconds.
They know it's going to be a slower paced round, and look at this.
Bulan 3 kah? Enggak sih kayaknya.
Deep push.
Enggak bulan 3 ya. Menang Sentinel nih. 8-4.
Been explored too much by Sentinels when they've been going for these C hits. Oftentimes it's through garage, so this could be a really valuable backstab position.
Boster apa? Mako.
Decided to go for the C hit, which right now just a contact play, breaking that alarm bot.
Boster deh. Boster tuh udah ya smoker jago. 3 lagi.
Still going to be holding it down. Rolling Thunder to push him back. Wants to take the shot before it goes through, but there we go. The extra layers that I was talking about earlier. Alpha locked and loaded. And it is disaster for Sentinels. 2 players left standing, with depth falling all down to Zekken. A nasty shot to be found, but Alpha once more with that consistency.
I think so many people were coming into this match wondering which team would have the better super team. Is it Americas or is it Emea? And Fnatic have landed an emphatic first blow.
Outstanding first half from them.
Saya sih nggak ngecek sih itu, sayang banget sih. Kalau ngecek angle tuh, ini kalau ngecek, ngecek. Ini ketawa-tawa gini nanti. Ketawa-tawa guys.
Thank you so much, Brennan Sideshow. What a half for Fnatic. They
Halo,
look
Kenny.
absolutely filthy. I might need to take a bath.
Yeah, I mean, they looked incredible in that half. The defensive-sided calling from Boaster was great. But what impressed me most was their ability, even when their initial plan failed, to come back and still be able to win out rounds. And I wanted to take a look at round 7, because this was a really cool idea that I think they pulled out with this gambit. They switched the off over to Alpha and had Durka dashing into mid off of a stun, a dart coming through lobby, and that Sophus Hunter's Fury. Wow. It's quite a good idea, but he got punished by second. It looked like Sentinels was going to be able to win this round, but FNATIC in the mid round had a good adaptation. And a lot of that was Boaster's Masters talked about it. And he sets his team up for this really strong retake back into the C side. Sure, Pencata got things closer to clutch, but overall, FNATIC had control of that half, and Boaster's calls were solid.
Yeah, I mean, nasty with it there for Pencata. So close to
Hello, Saswan.
and had he been able to, that would have stopped a bit more of that momentum there from the side of FNATIC, who were able to string together 4 consecutive rounds right there in the middle of that half. But now it's on Sentinels to try to bounce back, and one of the ways they're going to be able to do that is with TENS. So let's go ahead and we'll take a closer look.
Ini defendernya gue nggak tahu ya apakah bisa guys TENS jadi defender yang baik ya.
Really kicked things off. He upped the pace immediately, and then TENS, it took a little while, was able to eventually catch up.
Yeah, that he did. And now as we look towards this second half, I think it's going to continue to be defined by this Jet head-to-head, how both of these players are being used by their teams with their decision-making on that attacking side. TENS has looked good thus far, but what FNATIC has had is better coordination as a team. We're seeing the individual moments, but it still feels like the coordination could use a little bit more work. I'm looking towards Def with this defensive calling.
Yeah, it seems like Coach Mini and Boaster's prep work has definitely paid off here on Haven. And look, I mean, this is what you expect on the pick of I believe this is a FNATIC's pick. So if you really want to do the, you know, the kind of like the microscope into the matchup, this is going all according to plan for FNATIC. How does Sentinels try and bring this back, send it back over to the casters?
And I love the highlighting there of that Jet head-to-head between Durka and TENS, 2 individuals that really are just carrying the weight of their team.
Makan guys.
Getting deeper and deeper into this Haven match. And TENS is a player that is quite interesting as well. He's had such high peaks early on in his career. 2021, just
FNATIC sama Navi, kayak Navi deh.
talking about superstar players, all the comparisons were being made against him.
Yeah.
This year, 2023, Josh, seems to be a chance of redemption for him to be able to prove that he can go toe-to-toe with the top heavy hitter teams once more.
I completely agree.
Navi deh guys. Navi lagi kuat banget. Lebih rapi Navi kayaknya.
Playing it short, same kind of place that we saw Durka looking towards time and again, but FNATIC are moving in the opposite direction. Looks like they're going to try and focus on taking out this turret and going for some kind of C-split.
Yeah.
3 map lah respect streamer.
A lot of pressure on Def in terms of his anchoring.
And Def's having a bit of a rough one so far. He's hit a couple of nice shots, but sat at the bottom of the scoreboard, 4-11. Just moves off the C site as the drone comes in.
That's what's 2. Even gets a stun.
Mereka cek.
It's going to be the reaction here from Sentinels. THOR going through. It's a fast play. They just want to fight this one into garage. It was a flash over the top, and they do want to swing with the player advantage. Just trying to, again, beam them down with that frenzy clip. Not working out. Still, there's that 3v3, and the players are low on either side.
Yeah, it now gets a bit awkward for FNATIC because they don't control garage, and they also don't control C long.
And still with the dash enabled. Here with the back of the side. A little jiggle, maybe opens himself up here, but this close position by Boaster could be everything for them. Tapping away, still just holding a little bit too close. Flash dodged away, and TENS claims the second.
Nice!
In the back of the site. It's all for Leo to do, and unfortunately just cannot withstand the onslaught that was coming his way.
Gila nice banget
That
TENS
is
bro.
what you want to see. Sentinels with a lovely retake, and also TENS finding his opportunities. Des was talking about how good the coordination was there.
Cuma lu hujan nggak hujan guys.
Setup was really awkward by FNATIC. They're holding a flash off contact, but TENS has already killed the contacting player before the flash is anywhere near coming through. Look how late that flash was. TENS with all the opportunities to take 2 1v1s. And I think you're right, Brent. This year is set up for TENS' redemption arc because at the beginning of the game, he's just absolutely on top. I think he still holds the record for the highest ACS of any kind of MVP candidates at big events. His performance at Reykjavik was unbelievable. Yeah. But there's been so many questions about has this
Ini Challengers League Indonesia buat apa bang? Buat Tari tim terkuat Indonesia yang bisa mewakili ke Asia, lalu ntar Liga Ascension-nya itu dipilih satu guys buat masuk ke Liga franchise-nya. Liga franchise sekarang loh yang dibayar sama Riot.
Still wants to try and make his mark on the global stage, that competitive environment. This is a A weaker buy for Fnatic. Pancada, okay, taking the fight right to them. Fully blinded up though, and Durka does get handed a pretty easy kill, but ultimately left in a 1v3. Gonna need to channel something unholy to be able to win this.
I've seen Durka win 1v3s on Haven A before. But I think this one does look a little too difficult. It's also one that Sentinels have got to win.
Yeah, I will say 50 seconds left in the round. He's cutting noise just by walking, but Second is watching this angle with a little jiggle peek.
Berarti tim franchise yang sekarang bisa diganti, Bang. Bukan diganti, tambahan slot.
Quite patiently.
Nggak diganti, cuman masuk tim baru aja gitu dari liga bawah.
But he's a bit slow to rotate off fully and try and get a free plant on C. Tens is thinking about it though. Has to spread out again just in case Durka's made a mad dash to the opposite side of the map.
Kenapa delay nih guys ya? Kenapa nge-glitch ya?
I think actually Durka's at risk of not even dying.
Yeah, you don't want to save this this weaponry into this round right now. Have to be going for the plant or something. Nano Swarm preemptively popped off and yeah.
Def ready for it.
Will fall.
So have Sentinels got something cooked up? So we were talking about the difference between these compositions, and Sentinels comp has the ability to play really aggressive.
Streamnya sama begitu, Bang. Iya, kayaknya itu dari streamnya deh. Bukan dari gua, soalnya gue jarang banget begitu stream. Gak pernah gue nonton orang nge-glitch gitu kalau nggak ada dari mereka nya.
Tens has a Marshall, so not the best synergy in the world to work with, but I think a big push towards A lobby might net them some value.
It looks like they want to really fight over this one. That's 4 players.
Makan apa? Makan ketoprak.
To that particular area.
Apa kalori nih ya?
Util exchange on either side. The dart being smoked off, so goal of this one, pushing Pancada up close. Now, probably off the contact of Tens with the Marshall. That's where the paranoia is going to be let ripped. The Fnatic have read this quite effectively, I think. Now, not willing to really just offer any easy kills towards Sentinels. Instead, they're going to be contacting to a completely different area of the map.
Yeah, they've found the opening. They have found the gap in the defense. And
fitur membership paling mahal apa, Bang? Supaya bisa buang uang yang nggak dipakai di rekening kamu.
They'd be in a challenging spot if Def goes down.
Can't be losing his rifle early. Here's the dash through. Tries to go for a bit of a spam kill here, Leo. He's being isolated, surrounded right now, but yeah, holds the angle, and Sassy just wades right into him. Alfia's back there. That flash was not good from second. A bit of a self-flash there, but...
And now things are getting horrible for Sentinels. They kind of need to just save 2 weapons into this round.
They really do, and lose the rifle.
They got destroyed before they were anywhere near setting up for the retake. And Fnatic just got the easiest round of their lives, and Sentinels have 2 players that can't buy this round.
When you're 10-5 being the scoreline, such a difference
So good.
in these rounds. You need every weapon, every advantage you can carry forwards. So what they're going to be opting into. It looks like the replays are going on. I can see the money that's going on. It does seem like they're opting into just forcing up into this round, but it means the weapons are not good. Pancada's working with a Sheriff while all this is going on in this setup.
Yeah, this is last chance desperation mode for Sentinels. They need somebody to go huge, and Tens is not here.
All that util just being dumped through. There you go. Fault line. It's not on the one side. Sentinels opting to just completely get out of there. So they want to play for this retake now, but the weapons, like I said earlier, are just not good for it. I mean, Tens is
retake.
Sassy's also got no flashes. One is going to come back online at some point in the round, but they're really relying on Zeken's utility, and I would give Tens the rifle. Yeah, they have done that, actually.
Swap to the round, so Sassy holding the operator now. We'll see what Tens opts to do. Paranoia rips his way across, including the stun as well. Finding a one fight. No! All just being met pound for pound, match for match. The crossfire just far too potent from Fnatic. And Chronicle claiming 4 in the round. Real difference maker for this squad.
And Boaster with memories of that final map of Reykjavik on Haven, where Sentinels lifted the trophy in his head. With memories of that going through his head, he has delivered such a good performance right here, as on the beginning of his revenge tour.
Yeah, starts here.
This is absolute dominance from Fnatic. Sentinels look like they are completely out of the game. We saw some flashes of brilliance in the first half, but other than that, the coordination, the utility usage, the game plan ideas just all in favor of Fnatic on Haven. This was a great map pick to start things off.
Oke.
5. Fault line to push back the players there. Now look at this.
1-0 udah pasti.
To be taken. Rolling Thunder though being set up. This is Chronicle, and he's going to clear this through all of A. Players trying to hold close. This is going to catch on to them, right? He's far enough back.
Oke, map 1 1-0 sih confirm kayaknya guys ya.
Fnatic
Dilihat dari play-playnya nih.
in short. They're playing pretty far back there, so what are they waiting for right now? Maybe they can come back yet. It's Leo waiting for that recon to come back online.
But I do think these short players
Yes,
need to be a
recon
little further forwards. Now they start moving their way forwards. They're into good space. And
now
here we
they're
go.
gonna To start, and that's it. Everything just sent flying. Updraft right round the corner. Even the aftershock.
Aduh,
Sublime
apa
placement
itu?
of the utility. So
Apa
well
utilnya begitu
executed.
guys?
And that double stack. The risky play by Sentinels here on their weaker buy does not pay off. Fnatic
1-0 udah pasti sih 1-0 nih guys.
round, set themselves up on map point.
VC sama Pankada kayak nggak cocok gitu ya di Sentinel ya. Wah di load ngeri loh.
And Fnatic are going to take that step closer to taking map 1. And it would have to be an almost impossible miracle run for Sentinels to mount any kind of comeback. Fnatic looks so in control. The game plans are gorgeous. Brent, a lot of the times, super teams do not live up to the hype. It's obviously way too early to call it for any of the teams in VCT. With the
Napas kok nggak off cam bang? Udah nggak apa-apa lah.
But I like
bocor
what I'm
ya?
seeing so far from Fnatic. They haven't just strung together a bunch of good players on their team. They've got a nice game plan and good ideas of the roles that, and how the synergies are going to operate.
Dan kadang di load udah mirip sama optik di optik Marv dulu bang. Ya sekarang jadi kurang gitu guys di optik ini guys.
Play that round as well.
Kayak nggak perform.
This is
Optik lagi.
for Sentinels.
Si orang load ini jadi nggak gitu perform menurut gua.
So good that Leo throws, because if it gets broken, they breach ult. If it doesn't get broken, it clears out short and they know that they don't need to breach ult that position and they can save it. You know, there's serious thought process been put into this. And this is one of the things that Fnatic always does, is start out tournaments with amazing ideas.
Yeah. Including this one, Shark Dart over the top. Land right at the front side of B, so that's going to be just clearing out all that utility. It was popped off early though, Durka. Updraft dash play. He is stunned up though for the moment. Even the dart to clear through the back of the site, but this is Sentinels that now need to answer with something else. They're close to a couple of ultimates with this plant. It's going off and there's no problems whatsoever. It's now setting themselves up into the post plant. What an opening. With Zekken falling, you don't have that breach utility. And how do you win this? Cosmic Divide to cut the one side up. Tens. Never opener for him. Seekers though going to be spreading out into the side. Trailblazer even missing. This wall so difficult
No
to try and
sky
burst
flash.
through. There is no flash to break through this. And time is ticking. Finally it reaches.
Nice,
but
Sassy.
already the fight being taken. Sassy trading out. Winning it Pankada with the flank. Reflanking through. It's all down to Leo. In that 1v2, one fight isolated, having a defuse. Sassy sticks it. The percentage play, there's no way you're sticking this all the way. Unbelievable.
Let's go Sassy.
The absolute cojones on him to make a play like that.
GG coning.
And for the first time in the series, we see the value of adding Sassy and Pankada to this roster. That duo just played so well towards the end, and I'm speechless at what Sassy just did.
I mean, when you are literally on map point, why not? Throw caution to the wind.
Seemed like an unwinnable position for
Kita lihat
Sassy.
guys ya. Ini si Dep nih kurang guys ya. Apa gara-gara dia IGL ya?
Still not looking good. For all the heroics, it is still not looking good.
Gonna take it one step at a time, one round at a time if you are Sentinels, because, like you said, Josh, there's still Fnatic in that driving seat.
Duh jangan tes. Ntar.
For 10, still, that's gonna be a lockdown. Instantly, the Hunter's Fury is used. Leo was ready for this one. No
Aduh.
hesitation. Players falling left, right, and center, and they just cannot capitalize. Sassy, the last man standing. He's handed an easy one. The barrel of the gun just opening it out a little bit too wide. Drone tagging. It's going to push him back. Just hoping for the re-swing there with that pre-fire, but Fnatic are looking more than ready now to take this one. Surrounding him, the reposition. Look at this from Durka. Into the back of garage. It's just unwinnable. Layers of utility. No one giving him an easy fight. Beams him down, but left to 5 health. And the doubled up positions. Look at it. Waiting it out with the patience. Intelligent play from Fnatic.
Aduh, gila men. Nanti kuat banget, Cok. Nih Sentinel kasihan, guys.
Starting the series for FNATIC on their map pick. Looking completely in control from about the middle of the first half. We called it an IGL's playground, and I think not just Boaster's calling, but also the game plan, the preparation was so evident and looking super strong. Sentinels are going to be hard pressed to fight back on split here.
Aduh, gila men. Debol-debol, guys.
They're worthy of the title so far of Super Team.
What an interesting series we potentially have as well. The fact that Sentinel's next map pick is split. It's a map that has haunted them.
Sik main nih, Sik. Nggak tahu deh. Kayaknya belum tentu sih. Sik gantiin siapa, Cok?
We're going to be finding out just on the other side of this break just how the rest of this series is going to be playing out.
Boneka kena corona kah, Bang? Emang iya? Oke, map kedua di map pick-nya si Sentinel berarti ya. Wah, ngeri sih coy, Cok. Kasihan guys ya. Kasihan teribol-ibol guys. Gila, tarik 250.000 yang nonton, bro. What? Ngeri guys, ngeri. Coba kita lihat guys ya. Kita lihat map keduanya kan ini ya. Iwan Furia ya, bis ini ya. Map keduanya split nih guys ya, split ya. Gak main ML bang, kagak lah, kocak. Wah, Sentinel atau FNATIC gampang sih ini. Furia dari Brasil kan bang? Iya, Furia Brasil, pasti rame nih. Dominatus main nggak bang? Kagak dong, kan itu lokal. Ini kan yang udah Inter. Jikalau guys. Jikalau si Sentinel kalah nih, apakah si Sesi dan si Pankada menyesal nggak sih dia pindah dari Loud guys? Loud sementara itu Loud dia menang guys, masuk ke qualify dia ya. Apakah mereka akan sedih guys? Kenapa Valor di Jepang rame? Karena banyak ini guys. Karena di Jepang itu banyak yang main PC, itu aja sih. Aspas masih di Loud bang, masih. Loud itu yang gantiin siapa ya? Dua orangnya itu GG banget cok. Yang gantiin itu Too Easy sama Chuanzin ya. Ya, Chuanzin sama Too Easy guys yang gantiin. Nobar sampai habis bang, kayaknya kagak deh. Gue match kedua kurang menarik guys ya, jadi gue kayak nggak tahu deh. Yang di bracket bawah nih guys ya, bracket bawah tuh udah tim apa? Tim ini udah kalah semua guys. Zeta kalah. Masih ada tim Secret sih, tapi tim Secret berat ya lawan Navi ya. Zeta kalah. Global kalah, RRQ kalah, Edward kalah. Tinggal T1 doang, cok. T1 lawan Furia nih guys ya. Furia siapa sih pemainnya? Wick, Conan, The Skin, Mazin, Emea. Furia terakhir lawan FNATIC kalah 2-1. Lumayan sih. Lumayan sih bisa menang sekali guys ya. Oke lah, tapi ya Zeta kalah, ya udah kalah, udah pulang. TS bakal ngasih kejutan bang, ntar soalnya lagi di jam-jam lain bang. Kayaknya sih bisa jadi guys. Bisa jadi sih, bro. Let's see ya. VCT ongoing event. Ini Pasifik nih guys, seru nih guys. VCT Pasifik seru sih sumpah sih. Startingnya ini Maret akhir guys. Ini gue pasti nobar terus sih guys. Ini kita akan melihat kekuatan dari Paperrex RRQ guys ya, yang sudah masuk ke dalam franchise league ya. Siapa dulu yang marah-marah kesini karena ada yang memori Forest? Aku. Seru sini final. Itu seru banget. Gue nggak sabar sih guys. Sumpah gue nggak sabar aja sih. Soalnya kan itu kan bakal jadi liga panjang ya. Itu kalau liga panjang makanya seru, Cok. Ya nggak sih, ke liga panjang jadi kelihatan lebih seru guys. Saitai wa kana ketai koe tai yo mekara wota si pawe wota. Duluan bang, thank you Miftah. Gue pengen mainin lagi Cok, seru Cok, main apa Son of the Forest. Seru ya guys. Apa champion masuknya bang? Iya. Aduh, makan malah kenyang guys, kekenyangan guys.
NA stands for not audible.
Siapa yang habis makan kekenyangan lalu pengen tidur cepat?
You may notice that we have a new guest here. It's Redgar from Team Liquid.
Welcome.
Thank you for inviting me.
It's a pleasure to have you. Yeah. What do you make of that first map on Haven?
The Redgar, Cok.
I thought that they're gonna pick Essen, by the way, but I think maybe because like the X set like before and play really good and loud.
Kenapa ada Redgar anjing?
Scary, you know?
Ah, that's a fair point. That's a fair point. Well, let's go ahead, though, and jump into what we saw, because for FNATIC, and if you are a FNATIC fan, and I know Tom is watching at home right now from the FNATIC headquarters currently, so hi, Tom. I gotta say, this Seth just looked clean. Everything that FNATIC did, the set pieces, the pushes, the way that...
Banyak ke bandara malah jaga-jaga di situ, guys. Ya, emang beda, guys.
This team was unreal.
Yeah, very
Emang beda orang satu ini. Nge-guys mulu bang, ngeselin. Iya, Cok. Bang, aku nyambi makan gara-gara kepengen, bang. Makan lah. Gue sebenarnya kan gue kan nggak mau makan ya, guys ya. Karena kan gue lagi ngurangin makan. Karena lapar banget dan pengen nobar, akhirnya aku beli makan.
Yeah, like I think like on attack side they should destroy.
Pakai liquid apa? Pakai liquid ini apa sih? Cosmopolitan.
It feels comfortable to play when you destroy
Yeah, and I mean without destroying that utility, it felt like they were oftentimes stacked A sites, and for FNATIC they did a really good job of setting up their site.
Ramai juga ya nonton ini gue guys, horror gue guys. Horror Moses Kitchen. Siapa yang mau nonton semua horror kita guys? Horror Moses Kitchen kita. Siapa yang nonton semuanya guys?
Yeah, that was a type of game where you look and you're like, there's just no way that FNATIC.
Mote pakai apa bang? Pakai telema.
Just looked so clean, and Sentinels are obviously going to be left picking up the pieces. But you know, let's actually take a gander over at a Verizon high-speed moment of the match. We're going to give some love to Chronicle here.
Sangka
Jimmy there.
semuanya berbeda. Berarti VCT nambah slot tahun kapan bang? Tahun depan. Franchise-nya ya nambah 1 slot tiap tahun. Oke bang, besok aku nonton replay, mantap. Gimana kalau tiap malam Jumat kita gini guys, maraton. Di sana hujan terus nggak bang? Sama, di sini juga hujan terus guys.
When we played like before, he played on supports really well. But you know, he's like kind of this guy that need to learn a lot of things, and after he's doing incredible his job.
Yeah, it feels like once he gets comfortable, it's going to be a problem for their opponent, and that is the scary thing. And I don't know about you guys, but Chronicle looks pretty comfortable right now.
I agree.
But you know what, though? Moving on to our aim lab shoot-around, and we're going to be checking in with the IGL of Sentinels. It's going to be Def here, who, you know, really, Achilleos had a hard time with the right calls.
IGL si Def guys, bukan sesi berarti.
From Boaster, from Mini, from the entire
pelan banget coy ini mah.
On FNATIC was so clean. How do you even call against that?
Pelan guys anjing.
Yeah, it's really difficult, and
yakin nih dia begini doang, Cok. Masa sih?
It just feels like FNATIC have done so much more homework for Haven specifically comparatively. And because
pelan banget, Cok, anjing.
They were able to get the way that they were clearing their way into those A sites, knowing whether or not they were going to have to throw the Rolling Thunder and whatnot, having that aftershock to clear out sewers as well. it was just beautifully played. So it's a really tough challenge here for the side of Def. Mimi, you were talking about this before and how good he is at calling split. That is
Untuk pro player sih pelan ya guys ya.
back into that era.
Yeah, his attack side
Untuk pro player.
has historically always been really good. Zekken as well, I think, as an individual, has always felt enabled on this map. So it feels like one that should probably be a solid map for Sentinels, but they are, of course, bouncing back from that really tough start. And I mean, Redgar, you're an IGL. What is it like losing out on that first map, kind of being outcalled and having to bounce back into this?
Split Sentinel. Split kira-kira guys. Split kira-kira si ini pakai apa guys? Kira-kira guys. Si Tens pakai apa guys? Pakai Raze atau main Kayo? Dia kan setahu gue main Kayo juga guys. Tahu gue ya. Kira pakai apa ya?
I like that. You're like, hey,
Udah di dalam game mereka.
The only place to go at this point is up, right, Mimi?
Yeah, we're going to be hopping into the agent select in a second. We
Kayo.
saw play Jet on that first map, but I'm wondering if they're going to play.
Boleh Tens mana Tens? Tens Jet loh.
Maybe play Zekken
Oh,
on
dia
that.
dua duelis kah? Dua duelis kah?
Duelist complex is hovered here. There's different
Dua
options
duelis
for
kah?
All right, Prime Gaming Agents.
Oke, Pankada Smoker.
You know what, Redgar, you were talking
Zekken Race.
busting out here, but so
Dep
far, it looks
Smoker,
like
dua
Redgar gets some,
Smoker.
explosive gameplay.
Saya sih tetap pakai itu ya. Dan Tens Sage. Wah, Tens Sage, bro. Oh, malah si Fnatic yang dua duelis, cuy.
Very good for him.
Yeah,
They can pull it off.
Fnatic as well. We've seen this double duelist comp come out from a couple teams. It's looked very good thus
Sage.
far. I think squads have struggled to shut it down on the
What?
defensive side. Also for the side of Sentinels, another new role for Tens. Sage, he has not played this before.
Yeah, I tell you what, right now, if you're a Sentinels fan, you're definitely clenching the butt cheeks because this is definitely going to be a bit of a banger here as we get ready for split. Are we going to get a map 3? I want to see this one go all the way. So let's send it back over to Brennan.
Fajar bukannya duelis juga, Bang? Iya. Tapi nggak tahu kenapa Chronicle yang dipakai Sage ya. Yang Jet ya. Yang Jet lagi race. Bang baru start, Bang. Udah satu map kocak.
Split is what it's going to be. The Des were kind of alluding to it as well. But listen, across the board, Exit as a team, you know, you see that core of Def very comfortable in this map.
Alright, map 2 Sentinel versus Fnatic. Apakah bisa jadi 2-0 atau 2-1 ya ke map 3 ya? We will see.
Much of anything, and Tens has had his struggles here.
Avenger neonnya ngeri padahal iya sih, cuman kayaknya nggak mungkin neon di sini. Sini kurang guys neon guys, walaupun sempit ya.
Elimination maps, but I think the most important thing is that Zekken should be empowered. He's my player to watch on this attack.
Theor tarik gila ya kalau udah Theor segini iya, dia tuh kayak nomor satunya Watch Party sebagai kreator ya. Darka ketahuan kah?
And allow him to get aggressive and get into positions where he can rely on his fragging.
Much more confident pick for him.
And the whole comp is a very Exet comp coming out from
Pankada, kasih tahu Pankada, coba tunjukkanlah Pankada. Mik lu kenapa bang? Mik gua kenapa guys? Rusak.
Big clash here though in ropes.
Yep, already going to be trying to take this one, and guess what? Coverage was there. Durka takes the first shot. Chronicle had his back.
Satu rugi cok. Esinya low lagi. Nanti nggak ada inisiator bang. Oh iya ya. Anjir mereka dua duelis, 2 sentinel anjing.
Yeah, the Viper setup creates a little bit of threat, a bit of pressure over towards A Heaven. They're reading it. But there's already 3 players here.
Tens mati duluan cok.
And part of that is because Alpha's Cam sees into B Heaven. And he's not worried at all.
30 seconds left.
And so Durka lines it up. Right down the angle, a single shot will do it to the chest. Sassy, not stand a chance. All up to Pankada with no time left to even play in this round.
Iya bol kayak ini guys.
What can you even do in a situation? You have to try and plan A.
Not
likely, not when Durka's hitting shot like this. I mean, that is just disgusting.
Ngeri anjir Durka cok. 4 kill anjing pakai ini. Gak ngurang darah lagi.
But the team still did fairly well, making it to around the 6th spot. It's not like he was
gila
bad,
Tens di one tap
my
anjing.
God, when this guy is on form, when Durka's playing his best, he's up there with, you know, the top 3 players in the world.
Oh itu gila sih bro, itu gila sih. Terakhir gila sih.
Maybe this Fnatic team is
Ini kalau misalnya begini terus 2-0 di tangan ya. Aduh Tens kan. Kayaknya cuma 30 lagi. Belum ya? Belum 30 ya? Baru ya?
Try and fight back after losing that first map, but now this judge in play is always dangerous. Much more passive wall, but still going to get broken nevertheless, but it gives good information that players are close. Def just trying to go for the jump peek. With the right click in play. Now a nade as well pushes off that angle. Leo taking quite a bit of damage. Just trying to get out of there. Even the self-heal being used, so he'll be topped back up, I believe.
Hanya nggak delay bang, ya juga ya. Kalau mata kita kan kayak nunggu 0, berapa detik baru nembak ya guys ya. Dia nggak ada delay aja matanya guys. Ngeliat langsung pencet langsung mati. Oke, ini kelihatan guys ya. Iko-nya bisa dapat 1 atau 2 orang nggak? Kalau misalnya flawless, gue nggak tahu lagi sih. Berat sih kayaknya.
Chronicle's got B Heaven currently, and there's still a lot of info that Alfie is providing on the A side. So Sentinels are a little stuck. Obviously just pistols in this round too, but in these kind of rounds, Def is probably just feeling out what the defense looks like. How do they respond to different things? Where is the Cypher setup?
Wah, si Def maju banget anjing.
Nade is going to be supplementing this entire push.
Udah flawless lagi, Cok.
They all fall down, with the exception of Tens, who's just late lurking through B main.
And those 3 kills from Chronicle to put us up to a prime game in flawless. He's now 2 away from.
Okay, beli.
Yeah, massive. Chronicle as well. Both of the Breach players now on map 2 playing Raze for us. And well, I think it's imperative to get Zekken onto a role like that, where he can have a bit more impact in the round, where he's showcase more.
Oh, Sentinel kalah bang.
Chronicle, this guy, we've seen him up at the top playing all sorts of different stuff. And his fragging has never been in question.
Yeah, I mean, he's been such a flexible player. Remember him trying out to play, I believe it was so
Sentinel pulang cepet sih anjing.
At times.
Oh yeah.
Not afraid to flex over to a variety of roles, but this is the investment round now from Sentinels. They've got guns online in their hands. Got to make usage of them now.
And look how much faith they have actually.
Ya, dia belum boosting Tens nih bang. Masa sih?
A Heaven, sorry. So now Alfia comes to reinforce.
Ini kalau misalnya kalah lagi gue nggak tahu lagi ya, Cok. Kan sudah pakai river nih, river merah itemnya nih. Ini biasa river kemenangan guys ya. River Tens nih kalau udah merah item biasa kemenangan guys di tangan. Oke, di bom. Dapat satu.
Only going to be claiming the one. Double satchel across. Alfia could be the difference maker. High ground position. Crosshair placement was not good, but he uses the cage to get back out of there. Side's going to be gained.
Display dapat tuh harusnya Tens.
Really watch for there. Tens had the spike in his hands the entire time.
Oke, planting.
They will get this plant down without too much problem. Still, Fnatic. It maintains and
held jangan sampai kebanyak mati ya. Kalau banyak mati kamu rugi, kamu miskin, Sentinel.
And Boaster holding this paranoia. This is a big play. Ready and waiting. It's going to be ripping its way through. It's going to be attempts there. They're trying to hide through the smoke. Showstopper letting it rip over the wall though. No one watching for it, and a spray down.
Nice banget, Dep.
Def being the playmaker.
Gila, Dep bro.
What a big triple kill from Def.
Gila ngumpet dalam smoke loh dia.
He was on the right side of that wall.
Yeah.
He was hugging the very edge of the smoke. He knew that he wanted to go through it.
Ngapain nge-whiff tuh si Dep, Cok.
Being impeccable. I think a very big difference there too in terms of how
timingnya mantap
Fnatic
juga ya.
approaching the retake. On Haven we saw them strike immediately as soon as the plant went down, not giving Sentinels a moment.
2-1. Sekarang Fnatic beli half buy mereka. Setengah beli, setengah enggak, tapi ya Derke pakai OP ya guys ya. Apakah efektif OP di mid atau enggak?
Definitely some more hesitancy there.
Cio jajan aja Bang Rijat, oke.
Derke was doing this on Haven too.
Pembot. Nice banget anjing.
But denied at the final moment. The high-low setup, the reaction time's just
nice
not paying off
bro.
there for Derke.
The reflexes from Zekken though, to be able to get that one, so important.
They seemed almost ready for that one, Sentinels. The way they played it. Like they anticipated a push down mid. Never fight being taken though, Chronicle. Oh boy, Satchel's missing. Leo just tries to bail him out, but he does pay with it.
Aduh.
His life in the process.
Rugi guys, 2 tukar 3 guys. 2 tukar 2 deh, salah.
For Chronicle to hide it. And he's able to get up on top of it too.
Yeah.
So I thought Chronicle was just left out to dry, and instead, Leo's given him a little safety spot. This is a weird round. Okay, so
kosong sih. Cuma ada si Chronicle tapi di Heaven ya guys. Jadi bisa ke B tuh harusnya guys. Plan B bisa tuh kayaknya. Ya mainnya udah mati. Mereka smoker udah mati sih Dep.
Doesn't look to try and push them back. In fact, just pushing down into mid. A contact play from him.
Ngapainnya sih itu, Cok? Itu pas plannya gimana dah?
Plan's gonna go down without too many
Lag mulu dah. Dah. Halo.
problems, but this fight is about
Bantu nggak?
anybody following up on the boom bot. Now the nade
Oh,
across.
satu dibantai Tens, dibantai Jat anjing. Abis dia dibantai sama Fnatic Jat.
Most of the paranoia goes too wide, actually a little bit too high. Pancada still alive in this one, and there's a crossfire setup. The
Nice banget Pancada.
An adjustment of the aim finds the target, finds the mark. Alpha swinging across. Position is known out to heaven, but Sassy reveals it still.
Hampir nge-wifi itu, Cok.
To the kill with Alpha falling. That's going to be that
Kalau
second round on the
si
board for
Sasi tadi
Sentinels.
miss itu terus Alphajar nge-kill si Sasi, kemungkinan bisa menang Fnatic guys. Sasi dapat kill keduanya. Tens belum nge-kill guys. OMG, ada apa dengan Tens ini?
Everybody else full board. Sassy coming up with the goods in the post plan. Really nice stuff. That duo again, the defending champion duo of Sassy and Pancada, so solid, really difficult to get through when they're set up.
Asi Delisa Baju justru Kareka. Apa tuh bahasa apa tuh? Bahasa Spanyol kan? Wah anjing diras bro, anjing.
Major pressure though with Durka. Pops the Blade Storm and they go for something really aggressive.
Oh, diras
Driving
bos.
everybody into Alpha, yeah, who has a
Diras
bucket
bos.
of B.
So I like this idea from Fnatic. Based on their weaker buy, obviously the need to try and force positions, but
Kenapa sih nge-glitch mulu dah?
Sentinels are not wasting too much time with this one. They actually pop the Seekers off into mid.
Nice banget Tens.
Okay,
Nice Tens.
The wall finds two. Straight away opens it up. There's going to be no danger of any cheeky kills from Alpha anymore. Still Chronicle.
Oke. Bisa nih guys, 2-1 guys ya. 3 map nih bro.
But Sassy also watching the flank. Fast play out, Poster. He's actually managed to find some space out onto the side with this. And
Nice
he
dip.
tries to take the fight anyway. With the Frenzy, just not too favored.
Gila Pancada nih bos.
Pancada cleans it up nicely.
And gets his ultimate online. Really important that Pancada was hunting those kills towards the end, because a Viper's Pit can easily win this next round if they can get onto site. Tens, that's the second time that when he walls out into B, he's been on top of it.
Let's go.
And obviously,
Pancada. Pancada.
Fnatic are going to start reading into
Ya
this
mereka
a little
kaya
bit,
juga guys.
holding for
Let's
him
see.
being on top of the wall every time. I think the most important thing about this round is, can Sentinels get into a post plant for Pancada to win with his pit?
Main zero.
It's been quite slow by Sentinels. You're seeing really glimpses of that excess
sesi. Ini sama-sama Byron. Kalau menang, Sentinel bakal jadi 5-2 nih guys. Karena mereka akan eco ya. Ekonominya si Fnatic lagi jelek. Apa attacker apa defender? Sebenarnya map defender guys ini guys.
And that's going to allow Durka to rotate off, and they can just leave the whole of the A site to Alpha yet.
Still holding it for the time being.
Dilihat dari agentnya juga tuh map defender banget sebenarnya.
Flash there into ropes. A familiar play to what Sentinels were trying to do on Haven quite a bit. They throw a bit of util out and just contact up, but this wall is going to be causing
Kalau
problems.
dua duelis gue nggak tahu ya. Selama duelisnya satunya Raje bisa lah buat defense. Kalau Jet tuh kurang sebenarnya.
Just waiting. Tens holding. So you got to be joking. The spacing there just not quite good enough, and Fnatic, they crumble.
Tenzi bos. Tenzi nih bos.
The only thing Fnatic are hoping for is that maybe Pancada gets panicked and uses his ult for no reason. This round is over. And all down to Tens.
Being the playmaker. This guy,
on a new role.
About him, man. Yeah, new role. And 2023 really is the year of redemption for this guy. You know, he's playing on a map where we spoke about it historically.
Ya, mereka saving guys ya.
Were never good.
3 orang saving bro.
This map always haunted him in the past, but
Tens bangun bang, abis lu bilang 0 kill ya nih. Tens tidur biar melek lagi.
But his team still looks scrappy. His raise was never that great, and there were a lot of, narratives about him being poor in elimination.
Bang, aku pernah vote bersama kau bang. Halo,
Frankly,
Amar.
the guy just has a microscope on him because of the size of the audience that he commands.
I mean, the guy set the standards.
Wih, ledakan, maut.
Performances in 2021.
But I like what he's doing
nice tempo. Sentinel udah megang tempo guys, dimana mereka memenangkan setiap Byronnya si Fnatic ya.
it's not a
Kalau
great
temponya
one-way.
dijaga terus,
With
dijaga
Steve's running before, I
pelan.
think
Ini menang
Gambit or
Sentinel.
Astra was somebody that
Apa
I
ini?
can remember doing it, but you see how awkward it was
Yeah,
for
I mean,
Boaster
that's
and Chronicle?
Part of the reason why the spacing was so poor and they
Wah,
lined
ngantuk
up
ya,
was
Cok, ya.
because they were only given
Cok,
a
ngantuk,
sliver of
Cok.
an angle. Yeah,
Tolong,
they played
Cok.
it one way.
It's
kenapa
not a
si
one-way
Tennis?
that really favors the defenders that much. And yet they decided to fight it until the very bitter end. I much prefer a one-way that's deeper in B main. And I'm sure that FNATIC will, put that one way up again and fake as if they're
Oh, kita
challenging.
pendaratan kontol di Urino.
Boaster needs to make some kind of adjustment.
Mereka habis kenyang, ini
FNATIC
yang
call a
ngantuk ya.
timeout, having an opportunity to talk to Mini. But I think
Jangan tidur. Itu berbahaya habis makan tidur ya.
they should have a decent idea about where
NRQ udah nggak main guys di ini guys. Ntar mainnya di Korea ya.
Make sure that they don't lose players too early. For example, when Durga walked down mid and then just lost a player off the rip. And then where Tens grabs 2 in B main.
Tim map 3-nya Lotus.
Actually forcing Sentinels to go for big site execs. They always have an advantage by the time they're hitting the site. And that's a big difference compared to Haven, where I think
FNATIC force buy ternyata.
first kills.
Which
Kita
obviously
force
makes
buy-in
a
karena punya
massive
beberapa
difference.
duit ya.
Yeah.
If you're heading into most rounds of an advantage like that, playing a 5v4.
Dilihat dari ekonomi, di ekonomi dari Sentinel sangat baik ya sebagai taker di map ini. RRQ nggak nobar kemarin. Nobar, tapi gue nobarnya di tempatnya nobar RRQ guys. Di Ayana langsung gue kemarin nobar ya. Bareng Bang Winda.
Sassy has been using this dog though every time. So this doesn't feel any different for FNATIC. Up until they all burst out this smoke.
Which is right now, you're going to see the double satchel play on the
Anjing.
top. Oh, what is that? Absolutely unbelievable. And the crossfire
Gila,
setup out
TT
here,
Alpha
ready to
Jar
bail it out,
dimasukin,
just
Cok.
as Sentinels try and collapse into the site. Space being gained, Pangata does hold, but still, no one's dealing with Alpha yet.
Aduh, kenapa itu?
He just walks into the smoke like ships in the night, but this time Def was aware
Jalan
of
dua
it.
bisa nih guys.
And that might have given an opportunity for the 2 smokes players on Sentinels to clutch. The spike though is in such a horrible position. And a triple crossfire. The camera's still up.
Bomnya jatuh lagi tuh di situ
Everything is
anjing.
stacked against Sentinels. But they have a
Jatuh
hope.
guys, mereka saving gak sih? Enggak lah.
Dream still, the camera's going to spot them out. See that warbang angle? That's just off the cam. Spots the player, pings it out, and you warbang him through the box there.
Boaster took a bit of damage back.
That exchange of fire, 28 seconds left. How do you find an isolator fight here? FNATIC, so favored.
kelihatan tuh.
Slide off angle by Leo, does he not spot him into the corner?
Aduh.
Does, but good movement from Leo. The wider swing, Pangata wasn't ready for it, and Alfia, what a cleanup from that guy. I mean, firstly, let's just adjust. I mean, I don't know, we got to talk about that first shot from Durka. Show me a replay of something, because that was, I mean, I was speechless. I'm speechless.
That really is superb. And he knows where Zekken is going, so there's a bit of anticipation in that as well. It's not just pure tracking. He knows that he's trying to land on the high ground, but it's still such a gorgeous shot. And Durka and Alfia just playing off each other perfectly. That's the thing in and out.
Bahwa emang ini tuh map defender, Cok. Map defender banget soalnya
Where
guys.
they're ready to receive it. In one of the previous rounds, they did go A, but Alfia was trying to get back into the site through elbow, and they didn't quite know what was going on. I'm not sure Sentinels are going to go for heavy hits, but I do think they could still follow this dog and try and control A. The camera again in a really nice spot from Alfia.
Opting into that mid
Kita
control
tuh,
though.
pokernya mati, Cok.
With the operator in the hands of
Orang
Durka.
nge-picknya pertama ya.
This time they fight, it's
Hidupin
still
sih.
Pankata. They get that deep position. Does he know the cam's there? Oh, the left-hand approach!
Cheer!
Wow, okay.
What?
I mean, just should never have been favored in that fight yet. Comes out relatively unscathed. I mean, dropped to 27 health, but the kill claimed, and that's the important part.
And since the timeout, all of these first fights have been going the way of FNATIC.
Ini kenapa nge-lag sih
Good information
anjing?
here too. Leo's walled off B main, so they're not too worried about that. They can put a lot of focus towards B heaven. I'm not exactly sure though why Chronicle is leaving right now. Okay, now he
Getting
returns.
back, yeah.
Just in time, I think.
Play being set up though. FNATIC, massive advantage with this
Aduh.
one, and a contact play. Zekken just
Kicknya
tries to
bolong
take
banget
the
ya,
angle.
nggak di-flash
Paranoid
dulu ya,
and push
bos.
them back. Wall not even close to fading here.
30 seconds left.
Interesting angle that Tens is looking for. A clean shot into this one. Jump peek by Chronicle. We've got a lot of information now. Time running so damn low. Only 18 seconds left in the round. What a flick from Sassy. Does he anticipate the second player up top, though? Drop down, that's Boaster close.
Nice tense.
Spike still being one out, it's down to 10s. Spike has to be picked up, and the pressure is on.
Nice.
Isolates one more fight, what is that?
Tenang sih, tense sih.
Time to spare, yeah, he does indeed.
Ngelag banget, Cok.
Solo, though. Rotating around, a heal's gonna be used. Back up, healthy, still in that 1v1. Isolating the angle, and Durka is just waiting it out. Locking down the angle on top of the box with that operator.
Iya apa sih ini?
Waiting to see what he can do. Slowly creeping and crawling down the ropes, not making any noise. And it's just going to be a game of reactions. Who spots who first? Barrel sticks out and Tens delivers. The final blow for the Red Bull clutch.
What a performance. Tens has been masterful on this map so far. I love the timing that he takes.
Tens, dia seperti akan aware kalau Durka dari polos banget dan Tens melakukan clutch-nya. Alpha ya.
Sama aja anjir.
Baru gua mention.
Sama aja anjing.
Fnatic nggak terburu-buru buat ngeberesin round ini.
Maju.
Sentinels running
Lag
away with
dari
this on the
servernya
attack
si
side.
Valorant, guys.
Fast showstopper play right up close. And these fast plays, when you throw them in, just how slow the attack side rounds have been played. Of course, they're going to be capitalizing. Of course, they're going to be coming up with the goods.
Buset. Buset. Buset.
Durka needs something here. He might get all
Nice banget, Sesi.
He's going to get both of them. They almost lined up, but the trade is there from Sassy.
Yep.
Safe again, not even a point of damage. And now
Lagi game seru, rusak servernya ya.
Before, and like I said, Split is about map control. Well, they have no idea if someone is into ropes. They still have this cam from Alpha, yeah? And I think the desk was talking about it. The Sentinels are not putting a premium on breaking this stuff. They didn't break the Killjoy utility. They're not breaking the Cypher utility either. But they are still finding a way around it.
Deket banget tuh monitor Tens.
I heckin' love that guy.
Yep, just blessed of his POV in the moment there. Trip's going to be broken though, Alpha yet. His job now to try and hold this down. And Cam's quite good at spotting out a bit of that angle. Tries to go for the spray down there with a stinger, but now just backing away actually. Opting into the save. Not even willing to try and play into this one. If
Aduh, apa sih Cok ini Cok? Kejang-kejang aja guys.
But still, another round on the board, piles up.
And that is a big W for Fnatic. Do you remember what I said a couple of rounds ago where Fnatic were going for a save and I said the best they can hope for is Pancada gets scared and just uses his ult? Well, it happened here. A 4v3, it's not a bad time to use the ult. And of course, he can't know that Fnatic are going for a save. But they're going to be a bit frustrated about that. Nevertheless, it's a round on the board. They're still going to have an economy advantage heading into the next, into round 10. And Sentinels with 6 on the attack side.
Mulu nih Fnatic nih.
Superb. Bren, I feel like Split is becoming an attack-sided map from what we've watched in Lock-In so far. It feels like teams are really being able to get a read on how to...
Gak beli Bisa champion bang, beli ada gua ada.
A lot of teams playing heavy duelist styles.
Makin parah anjing.
It's been difficult for these defensive teams.
Yeah, with the map changes as well, widening of a lot of these choke points.
Di Valorant sama Tarik ramean ditarik guys.
But Fnatic I think is still going to be explosive when the
Valorant sama Tarik ramean tarik anjir.
Cannot be allowed to run away with this. Otherwise we're going to see a complete mirror of Haven, which I suppose would be only fitting.
Really slow orb from Leo. That's just a bit of conditioning. Dirk has been opping that angle just from that, so making sure that they keep adding these layers into the early rounds.
It might have slipped there for just a moment. We're back
Hello?
in the game though, don't worry about it.
Hello?
Minute 10 and thankfully nothing happened.
Yep.
Hello?
Just a bit of slow mid
Nice.
control and Sassy coming around the corner, just contacting in.
Yep, and that kill is quite far out in the open there. We'll see what can be done. Leo does have a res available, but already that pressure's being applied to him and starting to squeeze him. Nade rebounded.
Nice,
off the side,
Tenzi.
sets him up again, Tens, an easy kill. Especially when his target is rotating this way, that way. Alfia has to be the difference maker. And what a
Nice
shot to
banget anjing
find.
Alphajer, Cok.
Crossfire setup, Boaster quick to respond again in kind. Holding that crossfire setup.
Anjir.
And calm and collected. That is the name of the game. Oh, Alfia as the anchor.
Alfia's anchoring has just been phenomenal. Tested on the A site, delivers. Tested on the B site, absolutely immaculate again. And the cages are working, the trips are working, the positions he's playing are off his teammates. And just relying on that ability to take duels and win them.
Ngeri anjir. Gila. Jaga site-nya nggak keluar anjing.
Save themselves from another eco.
Jaga site-nya anjing ngeri banget ya.
As well that they're going for. Alfia obviously was a sentinel.
Ini jeduk epilepsi, bro. No.
So he's really comfortable in this spot.
No.
And I gotta be honest, Brent, my eyes are still over towards Zekken. I'm waiting for that big moment where he showcases the skills that we've seen from him in the past. Can he crack this open in A heaven with Sassy?
Pressure now on Durka. High ground angle watched for. No, drops down onto the side, and it's just a contact play. Sentinels moving all the way through. Fight has to be taken here. And one out. It's Durka taking out Pankala.
Nggak kelihatan gua, babi.
Chronicle as well, just making sure to try and cover that angle, but there was an instant trade.
It's so strange, though. Durka just controls the main entrance into A. The spike is not in there. Zekken's walking into spawn. Things are getting chaotic. This is going to come down to individual decision-making.
With 40 seconds left in the round. Individual moments. Going to be forced out of Sentinels. They're going to have to shine, but Spike still in the hands of Tens.
30 seconds left.
What little time they did have is starting to burn away. Rez in play actually with the orb. Let's see if there was any punish there. No, Durka was holding inside the smoke, seeing if he could catch an angle, but now time is running really low. Jumping through into the smoke, Durka waits it out. Patient enough, snakebite
Aduh,
across.
mati semua dah.
Just there. Spike nowhere near him. Unable to make a play in this moment, so FNATIC grabbing that round on the board.
A really important one for FNATIC too, because this starts to bolster their defense side. They've won the pistol, and then 3 out of the next 9. It's not been an incredible performance by FNATIC, but the score on the board is what matters. And they're drawing things level with a comp that's probably going to be attack-sided. We might be dead even in this map. And I think Sentinels need to put another one on the board.
Oh, pusing pala awat, Cok, begini,
It's going
Cok.
to be the side where both comps are probably the most comfortable.
Yeah.
But both teams need as many as they can right here. Durka with an operator looks to take an early peek. He knows that Sassy's been dogging it every time.
We'll see what happens here. It's early fight. So important. Seekers forces out the first shot, has to back away, including the dog. Removes all that util. Not going to be clearing the way for them. Boombot and a nade. The double satchel play this time. A different pathing, yet Boaster still nails the shot. One after another. Nasty stuff from Boaster. And the reposition from Durka. Trying to catch one of these players.
Nice, Pankada.
Pankada offsets it with his own movement. He's going to be favored into that fight. So, Spike now starting to go down. But lifting that 2v4. FNATIC looks primed and ready for them to just make it a nice even score line. Nade into the corner. It's going to be pushing them away. Dropping down. A flick of the wrist from Tens. Not able to find it. Satchel up top. One more kill. Found Pankada.
Aduh, itu lagi.
And it's just unable to finalize it, to put it away, put it to bed. FNATIC, they claim the round. They're going to be making it 6-6.
Big performance from FNATIC to get back into this one. Join us dead level at the half. The next half is going to be everything for Sentinels. Both teams need to win here, but only one can.
With pistol, especially?
Yeah,
that's just split in general, you're saying? But these guys have 8 attack comp.
Sentinels.
They do.
Are they going to be able to pull it back?
That's the problem.
They've won rounds on Tyson.
We're gonna go, Owen,
we're gonna go to a break here.
Open flash.
5-minute break.
Oh, ini dibenerin kali nih. Nih, dibenerin nih, 5 menit. Oh. Ini tuh. Dibenerin, guys. dibenerin dulu nih kayaknya, guys. Nanti masih main ini, guys, Mobile Legend. Guys, Mobile Legend loh. Aduh. Yang bocok. Aduh, kenyang banget coy. Gila, pusing nonton kayak begitu. Iya coy, jeda masalah dulu nih guys. 5 menit nih, mungkin dibenerin kali. Bang Cendi, apakah masih main? Udah nggak main Bang Cendi guys. Kok mahal? Belum masih main. Main gak? Yolah cuk. Kepala awak kalau nge-lag begini ya coy ya. Siapa yang rasanya kejang-kejang juga karena nontonnya begini. 3 menit kita kasih kesempatan guys. Satu sama pasti nih. Satu sama nih guys. Percaya nggak percaya satu sama nih guys. Kita nge-tweet nggak guys? Kita nge-tweet nggak guys? Kita nge-tweet nggak guys? Nge-tweet nggak? Jangan deh. Biar muncul situ guys. Kok jadi muncul di situ bro? Tahu? Apa tahu bro? Nge-tweet bang, nge-share jawab di YouTube aja di situ, emang iya guys? Apa iya guys? Apa iya guys? Map mana lagi yuk? Map kedua, split deh. Bocil Twitter kali ya, seru juga. Anjing. Kali guys ya. Tweet. Apa ya? Taruh deskripsi bang, udah ada guys. Anjir nih keren banget bro. Aku mau meja Secret Lab. Gue udah punya meja sih jangan. Bangku, meja. OMG, I want this so much guys. Ada yang mau beliin apa guys? Nih. Dan di power hashtag VCT login. Kita push guys ya. Coba keluar nggak gue guys? Keluar nggak? Keluar dong. Tweet jajak keluar dong. Keluar. Kita beli sama 0 bang, anjay. Keluar. Teng. Aduh. Yang buat lagi gue cok. Oke, 30 detik guys. Please. Kita dong. Coba nge-tweet aja guys, nge-tweet manja. Oh iya anjir, KD datang langsung loh cuy. KD datang langsung guys. Oh my god. Datang mendukung Sentinel langsung. Teng. Oke. Buff suami istri, Bang.
We thank you so much for joining us here back in the analyst desk as we get ready to discuss what we just saw in that first half, because you know what, it's kind of like that meme. They had us in the first half, not gonna lie. It was looking all right for them so far, but I just got word that we are going to be jumping back in the game. So
ayo,
for that.
Tenzi.
Send it back over to the casters,
Tenzi.
get into the action, and then we'll talk about it later.
Ayo, Tenzi.
All right, back in action.
Tenzi.
Not too much stuttering. Sorry about that. I was chewing on the cables earlier. Got a bit hungry. But yeah, back into the match that matters now here between.
Oke, 6 sama guys ya. Let's go. Moga-moga nggak kejang-kejang lagi guys ya. Moga-moga tidak kejang-kejang lagi ya guys.
This composition is so good on the defense side, but the pistol round is gonna matter so much.
Prediksi Bang, prediksinya sih Tense harusnya nih serem nih. Soalnya kan defender ya, mereka agent defender, Cok. Pakai 2 smoker, 1 sentinel.
A lot of players of FNATIC just grouped up. Double duelist play. Excels just fast burst into straight, a bit of a jumping from Tens. Not sure if he saw them there. Smoke going to be placed now up into heaven. Paranoia also primed. There's a dash forwards, but that wall is interesting. Wall. Yeah, blocks them off. Removes one of the available positions that they could have just been swinging from.
Nice.
Wall play.
Aduh, dapat dua.
Aduh. In the moment, still FNATIC overwhelming them. And Sentinels just did not look ready for that one.
2 players left alive, Zekken and Sassy.
Wallnya sampai 2 gitu ya.
They're in great positions to deny the plant, and the pressure is actually on FNATIC.
Yeah.
But Zekken's just so out in the open. And he's
there's
no way he knows where anyone's coming from.
Yep, no one holding that angle, so Chronicle just contact pushing all the way up.
Kalah pistol kah mereka?
Into that 1v3, Spike should be able to go down without too many problems, but
there's one of the walls.
It's FNATIC just waiting right now for the walls to fade away so that the rest of the team can help them out and get that clean plan off. There you go.
Hey, Tens, bisa Tens! Tenzi!
FNATIC with this pistol round are going to be starting some serious momentum unless Sassy can work a miracle. But I think it's just far too much. He'd have to hit outrageous shots. And Alfia is equal to it. I feel like this is a rough day for Zekken. The amount of times we've seen him caught out is brutal for a player of his caliber. The coordination and the game plan just helping all of the FNATIC players stay on the same page a little more.
Zekken lagi bau kah Zekken guys? Ayo Zekken, Cil, ayo Cil. Kasih tahu Cil kekuatan kamu Cil Zekken. Aduh, Zekken lagi nggak perform lagi nih. Dia padahal duelis utama ya Cok. Yang serem nih harusnya guys. Dulu pas di exit itu selalu lumayan serem ya.
Doka looking to try and create some space, but Sentinels are not wasting any time already, making sure that they can fight them. Going to be a swing attempt now through into main, jiggle of the movement there, both are not really being baited out too much, and a shot to the chest will do it just from the Marshal in that moment, cleaning up these players one after another.
Ada suaranya ya?
Working towards building those ultimates.
I want to talk a little bit about how these compositions work though, because Sentinels.
Ya 86 guys, beli, menangin tahun ini ya. Kalau lu kalah, Sentinel lu bakal kalah bro, sumpah deh.
FNATIC are probably not going to be able to get mid control very often, but I don't think they need it. The double duelist compositions excel at bursting out through one of the choke points really quickly and applying a lot of pressure to the anchors. So both teams have slightly different goals in terms of which area of the map they want to control.
Ayo, Tenzi.
They've got to come out on top here if they want a chance at continuing in this bracket. This was their map pick.
This is the one they have to win out, but FNATIC would love to close this out in 2. Early obstacle for them in the entirety of
the Castle terlalu besar bang, iya kah?
This FNATIC squad, this FNATIC team, including Boaster. This guy who's just had his eyes on a trophy for so long.
That is a really nice timing on the wall from Tens. Like I said, FNATIC want to burst through the choke points, and they were just starting to group up on A. I think they actually could do the same thing again, though. All get close, Leo walls up, and then they explode off the back of that. We'll see what choice they end up making.
Looks like that's the plan. Not making any noise. Oh.
Ini kalau ke A sih, wah A-nya kosong, Cok.
How much pressure that's going to put on Sassy?
And spotted out. Here's the wall go up. Sassy has to back away from this one. Quick dash up there.
Aduh, gak dapet Sassy loh. Aduh, Sassy why don't you kill one?
He had to win that.
When it does, site's going to be claimed now for Fnatic. What an opener for them. Sentinels left grasping in this one.
Berat sih
How
guys,
do
guys,
you
berat sih bro.
try and salvage this situation? Do have positioning onto A ramp. You've got to clear through all this utility. Screens also is there for them. And look at Alpha. Great position for him. Ducking underneath this one. Trip is
Anjir!
very nice. And Alpha just has the precise positioning. Second just cannot catch a break right now. And layers on layers. That crosshair placement. Just amazing for this. And Sentinel's forced to save. You just have to back away. You need to keep the rifles moving into the next one. But steadily, feels like this map in this series might just be falling away, crumbling beneath them.
Fnatic winning the bonus round is massive for them. They're going to have a ballooning economy. Sentinels are put up against the ropes here. And their defensive game plan fell apart because Fnatic have the ability to get up, over, and around that wall.
2-0 sih kayak ini guys.
The wall
Berat
is
nih, guys.
supposed to give them some
lagi
semblance
maju juga
of
berat, bro.
control in A main. And allow them to rotate their players off to the other side of the map. But when Fnatic is so happy to just use their own wall to get over it, or, you know, updraft dash, blast pack, whatever, they have so many tools to be able to get around that obstacle that it means TenZ's utility is not quite as useful as it otherwise would be against other teams, other comps. Def is going to be hard-pressed to come up with an answer to this.
Ayolah, Dep. Dep. Ah, time out dulu ayolah.
Looking for answers from the coach as well.
Second guys, lagi bau guys, second guys.
When it looks like Fnatic are sailing away with the potential win here on their map pick.
Nanti 6 sih harusnya kalau
The
lagi
most
bau sih
important
second sih.
thing is that the Sentinels players are in position to receive.
Lah, mulai lagi. Lah, mulai lagi.
I say Durka and Chronicle, but Chronicle hasn't been playing that aggressively on the attack side yet. Durka is way out in front. If they can shut down Durka with good anchoring, a smoke, a pull, whatever utility you want to put in there, but be ready to receive him. If they can shut down Durka, they'll rip off the tip of the spear, and Fnatic are going to be a bit stunted on these pushes. But I think that's a lot to ask. Durka has been in unbelievable form in this series so far. He's currently 18-8. He's just feasting. The only times we've seen him punished is when he just walks around with an op.
Ya Durka lagi panas banget coy, dia ngerasnya mati. Ngeras nge-kill mulu guys. Ngeras nge-kill. Berat makanya guys untuk nge-shutdown si Durka ini, kuncinya Sentinel tuh menghentikan Durka, bunuh Durka 1, menang mereka tuh harus itu.
And a lot of the time that is going to mean that
Yes,
Sentinels
yes
need
sir,
to give
yes sir.
space. When Fnatic invest really heavily, they need to walk backwards and absorb some of that aggression. Alpha is looking to absorb aggression over at A main right now.
Oh, trying to take the fight there, Sassy. A wider swing, but just a weapon not good enough for it. Sheriff in play, and that's an instant answer. Look at this from Fnatic.
A good mid-round call.
Yeah, players swarming that position. Neural Theft going to be giving great information as well. On top of this,
jalan-jalan ya?
tries to reposition. He's just caught out in the open.
That's actually Alfia's ultimate, giving them that kill.
TenZ might try and make a play though. Trying to go for that crouch jump onto the corner. Definitely possible in some circumstances, but the weaponry is just so poor right now for Sentinels.
Yeah, and Def and Pancada need to save here, or they need to save at least one of the rifles. Pancada actually can buy into the next. So maybe he's just trying to keep the Fnatic economy under wraps, but Fnatic are going to be looking to buy for a long time yet.
Yeah, this is them.
You can't do too much damage.
I mean, sailing away with the game. Back the game. You nailed the jump peek then, TenZ, but tries to go for a cheeky little peek there, maybe rip a head off. But
Leo might die. Oh no, he just gets away, safe in his corner. And that is not even a set plan from Fnatic at all, right? That is Boaster making a mid-round call that, all right, they're getting aggressive on A. We're set up to punish them with Durka and Alpha, yeah. So now there's going to be an opening. Let's exploit that. I like the balance of set stuff with the mid-rounding the Fnatic's bringing out.
Ada Durka ulti lah.
Activated his ultimate.
Lah, Durka kenapa ulti ya? Kepencet lah.
At the end of the round. Oh yeah, it's gone.
Yeah.
Okay.
The right click
no worries,
but okay.
They don't need it.
Listen, they're ahead already. 4 rounds, why not? Adjustment made though, Sentinels. It's going to be the Satchels. Working their way forwards, Fnatic trying to gain control of this. Slow orb at the feet. The players in a choke point. This wall is so interesting. What a...
Nice. Anjir, gila derke, Cok. Gila nih orang derke, ngeri banget dah. Tiba-tiba suara casternya hilang, bos. Nice. Apa sih? Oh, Dep jelek banget loh, guys. Apa sih, Cok? Dep begitu loh, anjir. Ritaki kan bisa berdua ya? Belum dapat poin sama sekali, Cok. Sentinel, Cok. Apa lagi begitu? Nice, gitu dong. Satu lagi. Nah, gitu dong. Nah, gitu dong. Ini baru defend. Gantiin caster, guys. Oke, teman-teman semua, kita melihat sebuah defense yang sangat baik dari Pankada dengan 3 kill-nya di daerah mid. Akhirnya Sentinel bisa memberikan bagaimana performa sebagai defender yang kuat dengan menjaga setnya tidak ada sedikit celah pun. Kita akan lihat di ronde selanjutnya dengan full buy dari Sentinel dan ekonomi yang masih bagus dari FNATIC, saudara-saudara. Oke, kita lihat di mana Dep menjaga B-man, menunggu para pemain FNATIC masuk ke dalam site. Apakah Dep bisa menahan? Ternyata diras oleh dua duelis. Derke lompat masuk ke dalam smoke-nya, lalu rotate semua pemain Sentinel ke arah B, dan ada satu flank dari arah mid, yaitu dari AlphaJer. Kita lihat Leo mengeplan, langsung di-plan oleh Leo. Boster menjaga temannya. Ternyata belum di-plan, saudara-saudara. Boster dapat 2 kill. Aneh sekali permainan dari Sentinel ini, saudara-saudara. Apakah Dep nge-kill? Ternyata Dep jatuh ke dalam lubang yang sama ya. Tesi dapat 1 kill. Pankada, bisakah dia? Pankada dengan 2 kill. Pankada masih melawan 3 orang. Bisakah dia edge clutch untuk Sentinel? Bom sudah di-plan. Dan ada 3 pemain, 1 dari City, ada Derke yang sangat kuat. Match point untuk Sentinel kah? Oke, Pankada sangat baik, Pankada. Mereka saving ya guys ya, karena sudah pasti ada waktu untuk defuse momnya ya. 2-0 untuk FNATIC, kayaknya easy game for FNATIC.
So many chances to convert this too. FNATIC completely in control.
Oke.
23-11. Sentinels forced to take a timeout.
Masa iya 2-0 ya guys ya? Apakah iya akan 2-0 ya guys ya? Ini sangat buruk untuk Sentinel, performa yang tidak baik dari tim terbaru Sentinel yang menghabiskan banyak uang untuk membeli player-playernya. Ada Dep, ada Zekken, ada 2 pemain besar dari Loud.
in this match.
Yang bisa kita lihat Bung Rio, bagaimana pemain dari Sentinel ini dengan dua pemain dari Lot ini sudah sangat perform, saudara-saudara. Tapi dua pemain dari X-Set kurang perform. Karena mungkin dia nervous.
But he was great map 1 and he's been there when his team needs him map 2.
Still holding strong, but this is the final timeout for Sentinel in the second half.
Gak tau kenapa cok ini si Dev sama Zekan gak nembak cok. Dua orang gak nembak langsung kalah loh.
No buffer.
Gak bisa main gitu loh tuh lihat. Zekan 5, Dev 8. Jauh cok. Itulah juga ada Leo Boster sih, cuman gimana ya?
It's a scary position to be in for Sentinels. It's America's super team. And just like the Loud projects of last year, obviously, it's built for the long term. It's built for champions, but they were hoping to make a run here at lock-in.
Oke, full force buy dari Sentinel ya. Ada 1 Guardian dan 2 half armor. Tens ada di beam, jaga dengan Guardiannya. Apakah Mr. Tenzi akan one tap temannya? Poster teleport ke belakang, saudara-saudara lihat. Poster bakal menjadikan play yang sangat ciamik, ternyata Dev mencuri. Oke, Chronicle 1 dan Dev menunggu pemain. Oke, Leo memutus 1 dan kita lihat Dark masih membawa dengan bisa ya. Kita lihat apakah bisa Sentinel menahan kemenangan dari FNATIC. Oke, Leo membunuh Five. Kita lihat saudara.
And this is shambolic. Sentinels left
Tensi.
in a 2v4 on Sassy
2
and
melawan
Zekan.
4. Bantai rupanya Sentinel guys ya. Oke, Zekan masih bisa. Zekan dapat satu lagi. Dapat satu lagi. Leo low.
What a miracle play, what a miracle performance. But Leo, he might just end it. Left down to the 1v1 second. He has to kill him and he won't do it. The hopes and dreams ended in a flash as Sentinels are sent home and the FNATIC super team are looking primed and ready to continue in lock-in.
What an insane way for the match to finish. Sentinels did everything they could there with Sassy and Zekan combining together to make it such a winnable
sesi?
And it gets shut down.
Apakah
from a player,
ini tokopedianya cu? Aduh, udah nggak sponsor loh.
What a game, though.
Apakah Sesi dan Pankada akan menyesal pindah dari laut dan tidak lolos sama sekali dari Qualify VCT lock-in Brazil?
They are on a hunt and they mean business.
Ya, Bang Tens. Pulang duluan Bang Tens. Ya, Bang Tens, kasihan Bang Tens. Itu siapa 2 orang guys? Satu ininya ya. Gila, coachnya aja 3 cok. Coachnya Sentinel aja 3 guys.
And it is going to be a long-term project. Sentinels are aiming for champs at the end of the year, but they have a fan base that is hungry for results.
And they demand perfection. I would argue that both of these teams' fan bases, FNATIC and Sentinels, they have parallels in that. Really demanding that perfection and demanding that trophy to be lifted. There's one player right at the forefront of that. That's Boaster. You can see him there.
And I got to be
honest, si Boaster nih. Apa si Boaster nih guys?
I mean, could not make that one out.
Apa si Boaster nih guys? Beneran Tens nggak buruk-buruk banget mainnya guys. Tapi kayak timnya tuh nggak ada sinerginya sama sekali bro.
But that is a great way for FNATIC to begin this run. They've carved a bit of a path for themselves now.
Kayak FNATIC kan lihat guys mainnya rapi ya. Ratsnya jalan, M-nya kena. Sentinel kagak ada sama sekali coy. Tekennya geter, Ratsnya nggak jalan, utility nggak keluar dengan bagus. Ya kita nggak tahu sih. Ada apa dengan Sentinel, mungkin emang belum cocok aja timnya guys. Karena timnya baru. Kita ketemu lagi nanti di match keduanya, kayaknya gue nggak nonton guys ya. Ngantuk cok. Pengalaman lebih banyak FNATIC jelas ya kan. Alright guys, thank you banget teman-teman udah nonton, makasih semua. Jangan lupa bisa redirect guys. Kita guys, cobain ini yuk, cobain redirect yuk, fitur redirect kita. Kirim viewers guys, mau nggak kirim viewers guys? Kirim viewers ke siapa guys? Siapa ya yang ada? Lagi live guys. Kak Medi lanjut aja guys. Ke Bang Mik, mau nggak ke Bang Mik guys?
And for FNATIC, they always seem to be good.
Slice, ke bang slice, guys. Coba ya, ke bang slice ya. Coba ya gue rate ya. Oke teman-teman, thank you teman-teman. Sampai jumpa di next live streaming. See you on the next. Sudah bisa rate sekarang, coba. Oke, thank you guys. Sampai jumpa. Bye bye.